because I've always wanted a pool for, just have people over. We entertain a lot, and it's just a great option. And the features that we put in here are perfect for having a lot of people. Something that was simple but was done perfectly so that we could entertain. For example, the bar stools in the water, the volleyball net.
I just wanted more on the building side of it, and who the builders were and trustworthy and customer service that you already hit on. But that was the biggest part to me because, again, I'm a pool neophyte, so I didn't know what I was looking for here or there. I just know whoever I was going to get to build it, open communicator, and didn't act like I was an idiot on everything. So great job on that.
Troy, who did our design, he really understood what I wanted and just right away, made the design to what I imagined it. He just like that. As a matter of fact, I texted him and told him thank you because it's
great.
Perfect. I love it. I love the design.
And he was so quick and good with that CAD piece of it that she would just say, I want this or that, and he was changing it as we sat there, moving around, and that helps her. She's a much more visual person than I am, so it helped her understand where it was going to sit in the yard.
And he understood my vision really well. All of it.
I don't think anything's not, honestly.
Yeah.
Even when the weather was bad and tough, and then over Christmas, people were not going to be around, or crews were going to be gone. Like I said, the communication was there. My father was in construction, so I know all of those issues. But he was still able to seem like every week there was some type of progress, especially after that early, rush of trying to get things done before the holidays. But even during the holidays, there was always progress, it seemed like, and always communication. And I never felt like, wow, this is running late or behind, or I didn't know what was going on. I always felt like I knew what was going on, and he kept that his schedule, here's what we're going to do and here's the date, and it was either always right on time or a day early. So.
And I love the quality of the work. It looks really nice. They did a really good job of picking up their stuff before they left and, cleaning up. So there was no debris really anywhere, which was nice.
So, back to, I was a rookie on this journey. That's why I was so keen on how communicative are they. And so if there was a problem, I don't know that I knew about it. Like it was, there was, I think one issue was the plaster company didn't open for a week after what they thought they did because of the weather or something. I don't remember what it was, but it was never anything that I just was, wow, what an issue this is. So I'm not saying they didn't have them, but they were managing that on their end, and it never bubbled to me, which again was great because that's my busy time of year. So I was otherwise occupied, and they were handling the issues of their business. So I didn't feel like, well, all right, one example though, we did want a little more decking to come out on the east side of the pool. And if the problem solving was, hey Marty, my wife wants about 4 or 5 more feet, and he goes, okay, and then we had 4 or 5 more feet. So I don't know if that probably doesn't qualify as a problem, but it was a very easy, comfortable conversation to say, hey, can we get 4 or 5 more feet? Sure. So moved it out. It's perfect.
Yeah, there were no horror stories that we've heard some and panic, but he did. It was so smooth. It took a while just because of the weather and everything, but it was smooth.
Yeah. But even our neighbors around here, the ones I've talked to, have said that has got to be a record for a pool being built. So understanding the time of year that was, and still they would come over laughing, my gosh, they just trying to build this thing in a week. And I said, I just think they're trying to get as much as they can in before, workers head home. So it was good. They did a great job.
Yeah, and they also really nice about me being nitpicky about little things. I really appreciate that. They're not rolling around like, oh God. Like the little cap over there has been great.
Probably the first meeting with Troy and Marty. And just, my job requires me to be very intuitive with people. But then when I add her superpower to it, then it's like over with. And she said, I really liked them. I said, yeah, I liked them too. And it was just, they were very honest. Here's what we can do. Here's what we can't. What's the budget? Here's what we can do inside of that budget. If you're wanting, there was one of my biggest fears on any project is, oh, well, you want that. Well, here it's this much more now. And it was never that, ever, not one time with them. Everything, even with the economy the way it is and supplies and materials the way they are, both of them were right there within everything they promised. So it proved out the trust that we gave them.
Definitely the most professional. We did have a few others come, but they were the most professional. Or you guys were, I guess.
So I'm probably the poster child for that, because I've always been against having one, just because I thought the expense, there might not be a return on that expense, and then the amount of time we're going to use it or spend time in it, or my personal enjoyment. I knew she would love it, so that was what mostly pushed us in. And then just having friends with pools that say, look, we're always using it. The value of the home will more than increase to offset it. So I would tell you, if there's any desire whatsoever around in the future, you might want to consider doing something that makes your house a desirable destination. And that was one of the reasons that certainly that we did it, other than she's been wanting one for 30 years now.
But the kids, even though they're adults, they are still excited. We've all been in the hot tub and everything. And the grandkids will love it.